Tennessee Titans fans, we've got some comments that have been made by one of the all-time Titans greats, Derrick Henry, today, or actually yesterday. I think the NFL honors were last night, so this was something he said to Diana Rossini on the red carpet last night. He said that he would like to retire a Raven. He wants to retire a Baltimore Raven. And boy, people in Nashville are up in arms about this statement that Derrick Henry has made. My initial reaction when I saw it, I'm just being honest with you, was nothing. Like, I literally read the tweet that said that he had made that statement, and I literally initially just kept scrolling. Like, because there's a part of me that, like, all of our good players that we had have gone on now, and I'm so numb. Like, the A.J. Brown trade did something to me. It took something from me that I'm afraid I'll never get back. So I'm so numb when I hear former Titans talk about how much they enjoy being on their new teams and they're in the playoffs and all this. Like, I just don't even, like, it doesn't even register with me anymore. I do think in this case that maybe some of the King's remarks are getting a little misconstrued, because part of the reason why I didn't read too much into it when I first saw it is because I took it as him saying, I don't intend on playing for another organization. Now, Titans fans took it as, sometimes these players will go back to where they started to retire. They'll sign a one-day contract or something to retire with that organization. And I think some Titans fans took it as Derrick saying, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to retire with the Ravens. Maybe that's what he meant. I don't know. He'll have to clarify. But what I took it as is I want to play for the Baltimore Ravens for the rest of my career. For as long as I'm playing football from here on out, I want to play for Baltimore. That's what I took it as. Now, maybe that's not how he meant it, but I just know after all these years of following him, I just don't think it's in Derrick Henry's character to try and take a shot at any organization, but especially the organization that drafted him where he had such a good run with Tennessee. I just don't think that's like him to intentionally say, I'd rather retire a Raven than to come back and, sign the one-day deal and retire with the Titans. I just don't think that's in his character. Now, AJ kind of embraced that kind of, villainous role in the eyes of Titans fans. He kind of embraced it when he went to Philadelphia, but Derrick Henry just does not strike me as the type that would embrace such. I think he meant it personally as him saying, I plan on playing for the Ravens for the rest of my career. Again, could be wrong. All we have is the little quote that he made, but he did talk to some Titans reporters on the red carpet as well, where he expressed his gratitude and how much he loves the Tennessee Titans and how much he loves Tennessee Titans fans. Thanks everybody for their support. Like, the guy's just, you know what I'm saying? He's just a class act, and I just can't imagine him purposefully taking a shot at anybody, but especially Tennessee, when he has he left on good terms. So I think that this is really, I think what you're seeing, the reaction from Titans fans who are really been out of shape, I think you are seeing just how down bad our fan base is right now. I think that we are so fragile at this time because the season couldn't have gone worse. Not just the fact that the Titans went 3-14, Will Levis crashed and burned, Brian Callahan left a lot to be desired. All of these guys we brought in, most of them did nothing. We fired the GM. Just worst case scenario. The only good thing is that we have the first pick in the draft, but everything other than that is horrible. But it's made worse by the fact that we are watching A.J. Brown go off in Philadelphia, and we watched Derrick go off in Baltimore, and we watch all of our former players tearing it up with other teams. It seems like that happens all the time to the Tennessee Titans. And so I think this season really just punched Titans fans in the gut over and over and over and over and over again. And now to Sunday night in the Super Bowl, we're going to have to watch one of our former wide receivers get a ring, whether it's A.J. Brown or DeAndre Hopkins. I would personally rather see Hopkins get the ring. Personally, I'm not that I'm rooting for the Chiefs, but if I had to choose between those two, I would rather see D Hop get the ring than AJ. Love AJ, but I would rather see D Hop get the ring just because it's his last chance to get it. And I forgot some of those things AJ said about Titans fans after he left. But yeah, back to Derrick. I just don't see what everybody else sees that thinks that he meant that as a slight to the Titans. I don't think so. And look at it this way. I saw Tyler Rowland from Locked On Titans said this on X. I agree. Whenever Derrick Henry goes into the Hall of Fame someday, and he will go into the Hall of Fame, what an unbelievable career if he retired tomorrow. But he's not done yet. But even if he retired tomorrow as a Hall of Famer, one day when he goes into the Hall of Fame, it's not like he's going to exclusively go in as a Baltimore Raven. He's going to go in as a Tennessee Titan. He's going to go in, they're not just going to erase his Titans run from the history books. Okay? And if I may get a little petty, I mean, as of this moment, the Titans got Derrick Henry closer to a Super Bowl than the Ravens have so far. I'm just going to throw that out there again. If I'm going to be a little petty, I will say that the Tennessee Titans got Derrick Henry to an AFC championship game, and the Baltimore Ravens have yet to do that. So we'll see if they do. Maybe next year or the next year or whenever. But either way, I think it's been misconstrued. I think Derrick Henry's comments have been misconstrued. I think people have read too much into it, but I understand why. We're hurting. This fan base is hurting, and we are very vulnerable. We're very vulnerable right now, and we're sensitive. We're in our feelings because things have not gone well for us at all recently. So you can let me know in the comments below what you think about what Derrick said, or whether you think it was, meant in a negative way toward the Titans, or whether he was just saying something innocent that got taken the wrong way. You tell me what you think in the comments. Like I said, Derrick Henry, one of my favorite Titans of all time. I would say second favorite Titan of all time, and I hate that he's playing for Baltimore. I hate that he's with them. Better them than like one of our division, rivals, but still, it's about just as bad. But I still love Derrick, and I was glad to see him personally have a good season, even though I never want to see the Ravens win anything. But Derrick Henry plans to retire a Raven, whatever you think that means. Talk to me in the comments below. Let me know what you think about these comments. Do you agree with me? Do you not? Up to you. Tighten up. Bye.